Hi, welcome to MyProjectBazaar.com.
Our project title is System of System for Quality of Service Observation and Response in Cloud Computing Environments. Our objective is a single authority provides governance services to multiple heterogeneous administrative domains in which SOA-based applications enable business and collaboration services that support end users who are producing and consuming data using software and infrastructure services. Then let's go for abstract. In this project, the system presents a system of system approach. It enables cloud computing service provider and operation center to meet committed customer QoS level using a trusted QoS metric analysis. It is to enable QoS monitoring, management and response for enterprise system that deliver computing as a service through a cloud computing environment. System of system is a collection of task-oriented dedicated system that pool their resources and capabilities together to create a new, more complex system which offers more functionality and performance than simply the sum of the system. This framework is multidimensional to enable an end-to-end view of the system where metric viewpoints may be located within the traditional open system interconnection and SOA-based layer as well as across these layers. Now, let me discuss about the data flow diagram of our process. Our process flow starts with user authentication frame. In this, to confirm the identity of user's system or data sources, it employs one or more mechanisms such as password, key exchange, digital certificates, and biometrics. Here we authenticate by using HIPE. It is nothing but a high assurance IP encryption. After IP has been validated, and authenticated, we enter into authorization process. Here, we define entity privileges. Authorization metrics enforce the principle of least privileges. After that, certification and accreditation process takes place. In this, we have to identify security risk and deficiencies. After that, we enter into QoS evaluation. In that, we take some QoS parameters such as throughput, delay variations. By using that, here we check the policies. If the request satisfies the policy, means it will be allowed to get the services. Finally, we evaluate the performance of the system. Then let's go for demo. First run the home page and run the agent form in twice time. For more than one client request. And click the home page and more than one client send the request to the server. Click client request 1 and click client request 2. First client send the request. If you have already in cloud user, then click the sign in button. Otherwise enter the details. First enter the password. The password must be contain special character with numbers. And enter the mail ID. And click the private ID. It get the encrypted format of IP address. For the security purpose. And enter the password. If you have authenticated the user, then send the information to agent and you run the agent form and click the get client information. Then user post the client information to agent. The client details are received from agent side and click the IP validation button and validate the IP address for the client. If you are valid IP address, then click the file upload request. Choose the file. The file size is 25. In our project, we have stored only 2 KB files in cloud. Otherwise, you cannot store the file in cloud. Get information. The information, uh, the information about the processor, and click the policy check and get the information of the process and click the policy checking. You are not allowed to send request because your policy is not based on the policy. Then run the client request too. If you are already in client user, then click the sign in button. Authenticated user. Then post the client information. Get information and click the post client information. The client details are received in agent side and click the IP validation. Your IP address is valid, then click the file upload request. Choose the file. The file must be in 2 KB. And click the service policy and get the information about the processor and click the policy checking and get the information about the processor and click policy checking. You are allowed to send request because your file size between 2 KB. Get request for the client side and transfer the file to the server. Client send file to the server. Receive the client request in server side. Server accept the request from client and the total cost for the request is 1.4 something and the QoS process evaluations, monitoring the cloud and the process evaluation, resource utilization. This graph denoting the performance evaluation. It is denote the process evaluation. Thank you.